Hi everyone, my name is Miss Darla. I am a friend of your beloved Miss Lynne's, and I'm also a teacher. We thought it would be really fun during this time to have me come as a guest teacher and give you a ballet class, just to give you guys some variety since everybody's locked up at home. And your Miss Catherine is here to film me today, so you'll have to bear with us because I'm walking back and forth as I'm also the demonstrator. All right, so let's make sure you have a safe area to work in. You're not going to knock over your mom's lamps or favorite plants. We're going to keep it all at the bar today. But what I'd like you to do, and we don't need music for this, so just go ahead and do this with me right now. We're just going to move through our little demi point here, and you're going to shoulder forward and back, 3 and 4 and a 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 4, start, stretch. 3 up, 4, elevate, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6, 7, 8, and plie, press, up, and down. Good. Now, so we're just going to go ahead and circle some feet around. You can stay parallel for this. Good. And dégagé, dégagé, dégagé. Scoot away from the wall if you need to, and you're going to circle that foot around. Do, 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 do. I'll be your music. Isn't that fun? Dégagé, dégagé, dégagé. Okay, now this exercise here, we're going to work on really getting a good stretch, but do not overstretch. So go ahead and let yourself feel heavy at the bottom. When I drop my head forward, I want you to have that hanging feeling, and then we're going to use our plie rolling up through the spine. So don't feel like you have to overstretch this beginning. It's just for warm up. Okay, we're gonna go reach our arm back and up. Okay, here we go. Over 1, 2, and a 3, and a 4. Drop down 5, up 6, 7, 8. Spin your heels out. 1, over 2, 3, 4, and drop. 6, 7, and 8. This is going to go to a hinge. 2, 3, hinge, 4, and lift. 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, up, and then we'll turn around to the other side. So it's over. 2, 3, 4, drop in. 6, 7, spin those heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Our hinge. 1, 2, hinge back. 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and lift and hold. Ta-da! Okay, now we're going to get to our real plies. So, we'll start with our left hand on the bar. This is pretty standard plie. We're going to have ourselves turned out. What I want you to concentrate on is alignment, because I'm not there, or Miss Lynne's not there. None of us are there to kind of help you. So here's what I want you to think about. While we're standing in our turned out position, again, we don't have overturned feet. So I want you to take a break right here and just check to make sure you're working in your natural turnout. That our hip flexors are long. So we want to engage that core, lift up, but do not release your ribs so that your shoulders are sitting on your tailbone. So you should feel like you're up and forward, lifted up a little bit, tucked in real tight under these abs, right under the top of your ribs. We're going to open with the shoulders down. We have 2 demi-plies, and I'm just going to give you my standard port de bras. It's pretty common. We float down to our grand plie, and we're going to squeeze those legs together. If you have a bar, you can travel that arm forward with you so you don't get your shoulders out of alignment. Then I like to drop at the bottom and round up. It's a nice little massage, okay? So 2 demi-plies, a grand plie, and a cambre. In second position, when we take our cambre, we go to the bar. We're going to round through the upper back, pushing the heels forward as we rise. Then in fourth position, instead of the grand plie, I'm gonna have you do an elevate, or a releve, excuse me. And I like to work a little overcrossed, concentrating on keeping those hip bones facing forward. When we lower those heels, we're pushing them forward. We go to the flat back at 90, and then we're gonna come up, and we're gonna do an upper back stretch, and you can follow your hand, and close to fifth, and then you have your two demi-plies, your grand plie, and then you are gonna go way back in your cambrai. I will not, because I have some spine issues, because I'm old. So you are going to do your cambrai back, but what I want you to think about is squeezing the legs together from the waist down or hips down. We're pushing down into the floor, and from the waist up, we're lifted. So we're gonna follow that line, looking out, go back as far as you can without compromising this. Then we rise up, and we're gonna turn to the other side, and start again. So I will do that with you with the music. And I'll remember to breathe. Breathing is good. And we open, and demi-plie, and demi. Launching a nice float. Squeeze those legs together, lift. Try to keep the hips over the ankles, rounding up. Second position, demi-plie. Shoulders down, chest is up. Keep those hips in the center. Use your ribs, move the body, round through the upper back. Push the heels forward, and ronde-champ. And don't forget to smile. Releve. We want all the endorphins working. And flat back to 90. And then here's your upper back stretch. And demi-plie. Nice grand plie lift as we open those thighs. Squeeze the legs together. And releve. Turn to the other side. And demi. Grand plie. Squeeze the legs together, travel forward with the arm, and plie. Demi. Chest is tall. Really feel like your legs are rubber bands. We're squeezing them apart. They're contracting back together. Nice resistance. And demi-plie. Keep your hips in the middle of your feet. And here's our releve. Push the floor away. Heels forward. Grand plie, we're almost finished. Squeeze those legs. that you're gonna pull your ankles up towards you. So if you're like me and you have super archy feet, then you really have to concentrate more on not pushing those arches into the floor. So one of the reasons I don't do the grand plie is because people will do this. See the back leg, how it's rolling in? You have to concentrate really hard to get that back leg up and heels forward. And we really want to keep that opening. So something to remember as we go forward with our plies. Now this exercise here, you heard a little bit of the music, is just going to work on the rotation muscles. So we are working in our plie, but we're going to break down all the little pieces. Okay, so here we have heels are pushing forward. Do you see how I push through the demi-point? Demi-point to full point. Turn it in, turn it out, bring it back, and plie, and we're on the next position. So we go a la seconde to demi, full point, turn it in, turn it out, breaking through the demi to our little plie. So you get to practice all of those things there. We have derriere, demi-point, in and out, close, and then we're going to do a forced arch, push it down, one more forced arch, really trying to train those ankles to come up square in the middle of our feet and turn to the other side. Okay, now I'll start. And 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and heels lift, up, and turn, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring those heels up and stretch. Turn around. And you can do a balance here if you like. Sometimes what I like to do is go from one foot, just checking my balance, back to the center, do the other foot, back to the center, and a nice finish. Okay. Okay, so now, all right. Because it's not a full class, I'm going to kind of just move along all of the exercises we kind of want to do in a quick segment. So we're going to go ahead and do our dégagé now. Dégagé is going to brush, keep it very close to the floor. The main thing about the dégagé is we want to articulate through that foot. So as you're brushing, we still have to maintain the turnout, holding the heel forward, and then you're flicking, like I say, sand, like if you were in the sand. So we're going to go ahead and go dégagé, close fifth, and to first. Side, fifth, front, side, first, derriere, fifth, and to first, a la seconde, back to first. Then we're going to do this little 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, fondu, and turn. And then we'll start the other side. And I'd ask you if you had questions, but I can't hear you, so do your best. Okay, and So before we go to battement fondue, just to review, you should probably already know all your head positions. Normally when we go devant, we're looking up and under the wrist. When we're coming from the front to the side, a la secant, we're looking up and out and away. Derriere, tilt your head away from your bar. And when we're going from the back to the side, we should be angling in. I'm not doing that because I'm trying to watch the video and be present for you, but you should know those directions. Okay, now we're gonna do a balance thing. And I like to do this because sometimes it's hard for us to remember that our legs should really be a connection coming from the core all the way through the end of the toe. So this is pulling up this way, and our arms have energy out, and we have energy coming down that starts in our core through our feet, and we have to concentrate on having a very straight leg. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do piqués in a box. So we go 1, 2, 3, and up. We're gonna stay, lower on flat. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Keep the leg in the back, stay, and flat. And then 1, 2, 3, we go back, stay, and flat. The supporting leg is going to move towards the bar. Lift those elbows up and in, and turn. And now we're on the other side. So there are no pliés in this. Okay, I'll let you have pliés in a minute. Work on straight legs. Oh, I will point out one thing too though. So some of you may do this. You will probably see, I have a weak ankle, and a lot of us do. Sometimes I'll tend to go up, and I won't go up all the way. So I'll bow my ankles a little bit, or you'll see them wobble. Okay, we never want to lose that connection with our toes to the floor. You should try to get up as high as you can. Don't compromise that. Lift those heels and push into the floor. So if you see me wobble, that's probably what I'm doing. One, 2, 3, and up. Stay, lower, and 1, 2, 3, and up. Stay, and down, and 1, 2, 3, and back. Woo. And down, and 1, 2, 3, and in, and turn yourself around. 1, 2, 3, and up. Stay, and down. 1, 2, 3, and out. Stay, and lower. 1, 2, 3, and back. Stay, and lower. 1, 2, 3, back into the bar. Turn, and we finish. Okay. I have to have a small drink of water or I might pass out, so let's make that quick. Perfect. All right. So I should have had a word from our sponsor here. Catherine, you could have said something.
Staying hydrated is very important when we're at home. Make sure we're not drinking sodas. Make sure you're still eating healthy, all that good stuff. And getting enough rest, you guys. That really does help you stay healthy and your immune system to stay strong.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue from fifth. Again, I don't claim to have the best fifth position, but I am going to do my best to work in my natural turnout with long hips. So I want you to do the same. So we have dégagé, into fondue, dégagé, and close. Dégagé, fondue, dégagé, close back, dégagé, fondue, dégagé, close back again. Then we're going to go brush and back and close. So it's 1 and 2 and a 3, 4, 5, 6 and a 7, 8. 1, 2 and a 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7. Now that was the last one. This ends back. Releve and lower, releve and lower, Last one, releve. And let's go ahead and you can go fifth high. So if you want to have your leg higher than mine, that's great. In the back, we're going to cheat that over and turn for the other side, okay? Now this is an exercise I do all the time, so I'll do my best to do it correctly and not mess you up. But the thing why we're doing this little releve here, with our knee open over the toe, and we rise up, and then we lower, is so we can strengthen that ankle. We don't want it to bow backwards. We want to control the down. And that's going to give you a lot of strength right there by doing that. And we close in and we cheat a little turn and we're finished, okay? Boy, this is harder than I thought.
It's a good workout.
1, 2, and 3. And don't forget to smile because it makes your body happy, gives you energy. And brush, brush, close. And back. We should always enjoy what we're doing. And try to anyway. And here we are. Releve. And lower. And again, releve. Up. And lower slowly. And this is our balance. Releve up. Squeeze it in. And cheat. We turn. Now we have to do side 2, huh? So, boy, this is getting Miss Darla in good shape. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brush, brush, brush. 1, 2, 3, and pick up the front of your hips. I could very well be tipping. I want you to be conscious of that. Long hip flexors. And back. Releve. Hold. Slowly come down. Concentrate on that standing leg, your supporting leg. Last one. Releve. Balance. Hold. And turn. And finish. You should be proud of yourself. Little round of applause for you. I felt like I deserve one there too. Thank you. I'm just kidding. Oh, beautiful. Just in time for some rond de jambe.
I think I hear our other guest teacher, Miss Shelby, in the other room too. So,
All right.
ballerina, you'll have to check out her contemporary combo that's coming your way.
Awesome. Okay, we're gonna do our figure 8 rond de jambes. I'm not sure if Miss Lynne does them or not. She probably does. We all tend to do a lot of the same things. I want you to start in 5th, and we are going to go tendu out, break through the demi-point, close back. So half of rond de jambe, break, close. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And then 2 more would make 5 and a 6 and 7 and 8. You will end here. Then we're going to go on fondu. 1 and straighten 2 and fondu 3 and straighten 4 and reverse that down and straighten up and down. And this is going to pull all the way close. Then we're going to do a cambre, tight legs together. So if you were on point shoes, we would want to make sure that that back leg was nailed to the ground. So we're going to go all the way over and keep pushing into that back leg. Reach the back up long. Now as we reverse, we have to push into that front leg. I like to take a reverse port de bras, but you don't have to. You can do this one. This is fine too. So you have a choice, and then you're gonna turn to the other side. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 7 and a 8. This is 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4, 5 and a 6, 7 and 8. Going over 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, flat back, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Ribs lift up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Recover into a nice balance. Ta-dum. If you want to pull a foot into coupe or to retire, you can do whichever one you fancy. I know, I sound like a hillbilly compared to Miss Lynne, but we love each other dearly.
They're used to my southern accent.
I say things like Rams de Jambi, because it's funny, to me anyway. All right, pulling up here. Work your turnout. Again. Shaping that arm. And down. And nice and tall. And press. And tall. And we present that arm. Working through the demi-point, lifting up out of your hips. Uh-oh. And a phone call. Just ignore that. It'll go always. Hold up right here. And we're ready for cambray. Going over, 2 and 3 and a 4. Up on 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1, 2. Thank you, Verizon, for such a beautiful song. Hold. And we're going to turn to the other side. On 7 and 8. 2. Really lift those elbows. We want to be nice and tall. Pull up the front of the hips. This is down, up, down, and back. And stretch, lift, squeeze here. And those legs are working. From the top of the head, pull out so long. Push into the floor, lift the ribs up. Keep your head connected. No Pez dispensers. Hold. Now, if you'd like, go ahead and make yourself go into a coupe here. Balancing is always great. And if you can get a nice balance, try to hang on to it. It's my fake hip side, it doesn't like me. Turn to the other side, let's try that one here. Sometimes I'll have my class get their balance and then try to work on pulling a leg up. And squeeze it back down, so tight. And we're going to finish there. And, all right. Okay, so just one more thing at the bar here. We're going to do a little balance squat with encloche with a grand battement to loosen up those hips. I'm really going to probably do a développé after that, and then we'll be done with this segment, okay? Because we're just pretending, you know, you're at home, you're only gonna have a small area to work in. Do look around you though. My legs aren't gonna go as high. Again, I'm working with an artificial hip on this side. So when we are doing our enclash, remember you're pushing through the floor, right? And we are not lifting the thigh up. There is no lifting. It's really like that energy is pushing down and you just get to fling at the last minute. Otherwise the leg would go straight to a grand battement, okay? So we start with our balance pas. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going front, side, plie, and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're getting bigger. 7, 8, and cloche. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, it's a really nice way to help you use that standing leg, supporting leg heel, so we get the promenade feeling. We're pushing that heel forward and getting over our standing leg, which is so important in ballet. Okay. Now I shall find it. As I'm nearly out of breath. Oh my goodness. Hold that thought. Miss Catherine, do you have anything wonderful to say?
I think I hear some jazz funk going on next door too. We have lots of great things coming your way, guys.
Cool.
And even though we're quarantined, the world is still our stage, so don't be afraid to perform this while you're doing it, while you're dancing. Smiling, lifted,
Sure.
energy through your fingertips, out through the feet. Even on lockdown, they can't stop us from dancing, right?
Why not? A little grand allegro music for this, since we're wrapping it up. So we're nice and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8, pushing harder and swing, 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 and up, down. 1, 2, 3, lift those bodies, and 5, pushing through the floor, 7 and 8, and lift. This is the fun part. Have fun. Up, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should feel so good right here. And swing, 2, push through the floor. You can make that into a straight grand battement if you like. Does not have to stay bent. 6, 7, and 8. This is just loosening hips, having fun. Yeep. And that's it for that one. Okay. As promised, a développé, and we will be done with our bar segment. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I have one that I like. Is it on here? It's definitely not that one. Okay. That one sounds a little depressing. Okay, here we go. You guys are on a water break now, aren't you? Okay.
This is a good time to stretch too, girls.
Oh yeah.
Before you
so
do this.
if you want to hang over those legs, since we're gonna développé, well, we can't see what you're doing, so honestly, work on your placement more than your height. I mean, you can keep doing these through the week and worry about height. Now, I bet your legs go way higher than mine, and that's awesome. So, what I want you to remember is as we're dipping to that fondue, I don't have a particularly juicy demi-plie, okay? But regardless, I'm still gonna try to keep my hips lifted. So we're lifting here, and we're pulling up, plus I have a hip replacement on this side, so my leg doesn't turn out quite the way it should. Yours needs to though. Pull up in the front, keep that thigh pressing open. I am gonna let you bring it, teeter it in and out. Then as we lift to our attitude, we're gonna lift here as well. We're making room for the leg. We're gonna extend it all the way. I want you to let go, tendu, and close. It seems kind of awful, but it's not. It's gonna go a little quicker than that. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, knee into the armpit, 5, double pace, 6, and hold 7 and 8. 1 and 2, this is 3 and 4. I'm not gonna try to get my leg high because of my back, but as you move to your attitude derriere, your ribs again need to come up and forward to counterbalance so you can stretch that leg, okay? You're gonna touch it down. I'm gonna let you do a little pretty allonge stretch, and then you're gonna ronde-chambre so you feel like you're dancing at the bar a little. Okay. Can we start on the second side for me?
Sure.
That would be great. Thank you. There we go, melting on. Hold, square up, touch, and close. And down. Get those ribs up, lift that knee into your armpit, développé, heel under, stretch. And here's where I want you to really pull up, lift, that head goes up to the ceiling, reach, 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 reach. And here's our beautiful long stretch. Down, nice diagonal. And we ronde-chambre around. And up. Finish. Okay, and I'll do the other side with you just so you get 2 sides. Keep those hips lifting up. Nice and tall. Reach. And melt. Knee into the armpit, lift that leg up there. Heel under. And down. Okay, again, your leg will have to go higher. My back doesn't like it. Let go. Good. Allonge stretch. And a ronde-chambre. And we're gonna bow here. Thank you for coming to class. Give yourself a hand.
Thank you, Miss Darla.